Okay, so Karen, there's 2 new people. I'm sure you'll go through all that. But just a couple reminders. So we will break at 7 o'clock, and that's when you can go to the bathroom, get something to eat or drink. Please, if you have your phone, put it on silent or vibrate, and then put it in your purse or your pocket or somewhere so it's not a distraction. If somebody else is talking, obviously let's try to respect them and not talk amongst yourself. Freaking out? Either one of you, it's okay if you feel like you need to go check on your kids, but do know that they're pretty good back there, so, but don't, I mean, if you're like, I gotta go, it's okay. Homework, you guys will get to do that a little bit. Karen's gonna walk you through all that. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're taking that next step. And I'm just gonna let Karen and Doug take it.
Okay, I gave all the students one of these little surveys. I'd like you to have that filled out and give to me by break time if you can. It's just a little Jobs4Life survey that they like us to do. Did everybody get signed in and get a packet of information? That's going to be your routine. When you walk in the door, you need to sign in, get a name tag, and there will be a new chapter every week that you need to pick up and go with. Next week we'll be giving you the binders that you can put all that in and start staying organized, but just make sure you pick all of that up. Okay, so we're going to do some special introductions in a little bit. We're going to recognize Jeff. He's a new student that's joining us tonight. Jeff, what brings you here?
I just got off my job and I just thought I need some help to try to find something to stay on. Get me by.
Okay, and a question that I asked all the students Wednesday night, if there were no limits, no roadblocks, no barriers, where's your passion? What would you like to do for a career?
I would love to weld.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, we'll keep that in mind as we go along. Okay, and we'll get to, so we have some observers with us tonight. You want to introduce yourself, or Frank, would you like to introduce your friend?
Yes, my name is Ron Fuller. Lived in this area for over 60 years.
Okay.
Here I am.
Okay, and introduce yourselves again, please. Susie. Okay, and
I'm Jeff.
Jeff. Okay, and Charlie, want to introduce yourself?
I'm Carlina Helms. I have graduated Jobs4Life, I don't know how many cycles ago.
3 years ago.
See what's going on.
And yes, Carly is married to Chris, in case anyone's wondering. They went through class number 5 together, and they graduated, and it has been a generational change in their family, seeing what they did in this class. Okay, so like I said, we're going to get to some other introductions in a little bit. But I want to review some things that we kind of covered on Wednesday, and then some new things too. So this environment is your classroom. Students, this is your place to learn and to grow, and we want it to be an environment where you win. Okay, that is what we want for all of you. In order to do that, we have to all agree that the things that are shared here stay here. Because as people are looking at some of their roadblocks, some of their past, there may be some things that they're willing to open up with and share with us because they feel it's a safe place. And so we just have to all agree that whatever is shared, students, mentors, any of us, that what is shared here stays here. But in saying that, I will never ask you guys to share more than you are comfortable with, okay? So don't think, I know some of the homework questions may get a little deep. If you don't want to share that with the class, you will never have to share anything more than you're comfortable with, okay? Everybody sound good with that? Okay. So, some of the things that we want to do in this class is to give you the tools so that you can provide for your family. And how many of you have children, grandchildren? Have you ever thought that you'd like to have something better for your children and grandchildren than you had? This might be the start of that. This class can help give you some of the tools to help that be a whole family betterment. we talked the other night that God has value in all of us. God has put value in all of us. No matter where you are right now, you are valuable and you've been made in His image. And we've been created for relationship with Him. And like we said the other night, this is a Bible-based program, but we're not here to convert anybody or make anyone believe any certain way. But we are going to look at some examples in the Bible of how your choices have consequences. And sometimes those consequences are bad, sometimes they're good and they help you move forward. So we are going to be looking at some Bible verses. If you would like a Bible and you don't have one, we've got some up on the 2 rows back there. My Vanna in the back that's displaying those. They're free. They're both the same, just 2 different color covers, but if you like a Bible, you're welcome to just get one and keep one. Okay. So, as we get to know each other, you know, when you come in, we always offer you food and drink. Did everybody have a chance to get something to eat? Did you? You're good? Okay. You're comfortable for now? Everybody else doing okay? In a comfortable chair, like who you're sitting by? Great. Everybody? Everybody up. What have you done so far that you're proud of, right?
Right.
Okay, did everybody answer that question? Okay. So what I want you to do in your pairs, and you guys are lucky, I usually don't allow name tags for this activity, so I'm giving you a little break tonight. I want you to introduce yourself to your partner, and I want you to share something that you're proud of, an accomplishment, okay? So I'd like you to think about that for a minute. It could be something, maybe you got some award in sports or athletics, or maybe it's something you did in school, or something on a job. Think about something that really took some work and some effort, something that you're proud of, okay? And then we're going to introduce each other. You're going to introduce your partner to the class. Okay, does that make sense? Yep. Kyle, do you need a partner?
Now I do.
Okay.
Just wanted to check on her baby.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll hold on a minute for her. If not, I'll have Doug step in and we'll figure out something. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few minutes. Talk to your partner. Introduce yourself and something that you're going to look at. John 8, verse 12 says, I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in the darkness, but shall have the light of life. And John 6, 35 and 38 says, I am the bread of life. He who comes to me shall not hunger. He who believes in me shall never thirst. For I have come down from heaven to do the will of God who sent me, not to do my own will. So there's a question there, who am I? So students, I want you to take a few minutes, just write down some ideas that pop into your head to that question, who am I? Do you find it on chapter 2? Did you get tonight?
Oh.
Yeah. No, chapter. Did you get the chapter for tonight that's up on the table? Yeah.
I get it. Thank you.
Everybody else find it? Okay, so we're going to go on. You can come back to that. But in the 2 verses that we looked at, that was Jesus talking, and he pretty much knew who he was. He was pretty sure of who he was and what his purpose was in life. And maybe you're not as sure of yourself right now. But do you know who you are? That's the bottom line. So a couple other verses that describe who you are in the eyes of God, and I love this one. Psalm 139:14 says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. And that's one of those verses that's really good to just kind of keep in your head, in your heart, on those days where you're feeling down, not so sure about you or what you're doing. Just know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God. And there's a couple other verses that you can read yourself, but let's go down to the next question. The next question is, what do I think my purpose in life is? That's not necessarily job related, okay? It can be, if your purpose is your passion and your vocation, but what is your purpose in life? Chapter that you get in paper than we will ever cover in a class. There's so much material in there. So if you have time over the weekend, I would encourage you to read back through chapter 1 and chapter 2. And Jeff, I'll talk to you about homework Wednesday night later. Okay, so my favorite Bible verse, the one that's gotten me through a ton of hard times in my life, is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Anybody been in a place where you didn't have a whole lot of hope?
I'm there now.
Yeah. Some of you, thank you for sharing that, because some of you probably are in this class. Chris and Carly, when you came in this class, I know you, I won't speak for Carly, but I know you said several times you didn't know what the future held for you guys.
Did not.
So it's a great verse. It's another verse to kind of keep in your head and your heart. So knowing who you are and your purpose in God are keys to a successful life. He's created all of us with distinctive gifts. The gifts I have are not the gifts that Jeff has, and Jeff has gifts that Danelle doesn't have. That's why it's great that we're all different, because we all bring unique talents to the table. We all have different experiences also. And so what we shared Wednesday night was, even though you're a student in this class, you have things to share that everybody can learn from and that can be of encouragement. So anytime that you have something that you think needs to be said, just say it, okay? We want to hear from everyone. So now that we've talked a little bit about how God values each of us and the purpose for our life, we're going to look at how that relates to work. So here's my favorite question. I like this night. This night is full of fun stuff. So I have a question for the students. Is work a blessing or a curse?
Blessing.
Okay? Why? Give me a reason.
They give you a way to provide.
Okay? So provide for your family?
Yes.
Okay?
You feel good about yourself.
Okay? What else? What are some other reasons why work
Makes
is a
you good.
blessing?
Feel good about yourself. Get that?
Uh-huh. Yep.
To be independent.
Okay?
In the Bible, it talks about if you don't work, you're a sluggard.
Okay.
You don't eat. You don't work.
Yeah,
You don't eat.
something like that, isn't that right? Oh,
Created to work.
give to others.
Okay? What else do you get out of working that's a blessing?
Goal accomplishments.
Okay? Give me an example of an accomplishment at work.
A promotion.
Okay. What else?
Financial would be.
Financial, okay. When I first heard this question, my honest answer was it depends on the day. And sometimes it depends on the hour of the day. It can start out as a blessing and it might go downhill quick. But I've seen days start out as a curse and end up really well. So, okay, what else? There's more blessings than this. Anybody?
Relationships.
Okay.
I guess that covers just the social aspect, being able to socialize and.
There's probably two levels. There's the socializing that you might do as a group, but then there's probably some deeper relationships. I mean, there's people that I might socialize with from work that I'm not going to bare my soul to, but I have a couple of people at work that I know I can go and tell them anything. So I think they are two different things.
The blessing is having good character.
Okay. How do you get that from work?
By being a good
I'll let
employee.
other people answer that.
By being a good employee.
Okay.
Skills.
Okay?
Responsibility.
Okay, what else? These are all great. What else might be a blessing?
Get you out of your pajamas.
Huh?
Get you out of your pajamas.
Okay.
Get them wear full clothes.
So motivation maybe? Unless you work at home and you can work in your pajamas. Come on, you work late at night. You can't do floors in your pajamas?
Usually shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, well, that's close.
And I go home and I just fall in the bed, so it's a bit
Yep.
too.
Okay, anything else?
Change of environment.
What?
It's a
Change of environment, okay, yep. Sometimes that's good. Structure, that's a very good one. I am not good on long weekends for lack of structure. I do good for about 2 days. Okay,
Travel.
travel, okay. Anything else, or you think that pretty much covers the blessings of work? Okay, so how might work be a curse?
Monday morning at 9 o'clock.
When you're supposed to be there at 8.
Or Monday at 7:30? Whatever the start of your week is, okay?
Take time away from your family.
Okay,
Having bad objectives.
Keep you at church.
Pain in the body.
okay, and keep you away from church. Sometimes you have negative
Coworkers.
That's what you say?
Pain in the body.
Pain, okay.
Yeah.
And I heard negative coworkers.
No one here has ever been
Stress.
What, stress?
Yeah.
Okay,
there. Deadline.
What about
Deadline,
if you feel like you're underpaid?
okay. So that's kind of dollars in a different way. Can stress ever be a blessing?
Sometimes it can be a motivator, yes.
Depends on the kind of stress. There are so many different kinds of stress. I mean, it could be stress because you just have too much to do. It could be stress because you don't have the right equipment to do your job, which is frustrating. Could be stress from technology. You need to learn a new software program quick and computer doesn't work. So there are a lot of different kinds of stress and different ways probably to handle each one. Okay, what else? What might make work less than a blessing?
It's inconvenient.
Inconvenient.
Yeah, you have opportunity to go do something else and you can't do it. You have to go get somebody to recreational schedule.
Because you have to be an adult, huh?
Right,
That
an
sucks.
adult. Worst 15 minutes of my life.
Okay, I heard something else. Okay. What other reasons might make work difficult? Can relationships
Yeah.
in a workplace be bad?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay. Can socializing get out of control at work?
Yep.
Is character ever an issue at work?
Sure.
I smoke more at work.
Skills ever an issue at work?
Yeah, it's hard to learn new skills.
Okay, do you guys see a pattern here?
The same thing could be a curse or a
Get
blessing.
fired, yeah, not our responsibility.
Anything on this side can be on this side. Anything on this side can be on this side. So what's the difference?
Or not.
How you look at it.
Absolutely, attitude. So, let's say, let's use motivation. So you have a job that you really love. You can't wait to get there on Monday morning. You will do whatever they ask you to do. You will work overtime. You love it so much. Can that ever be a bad thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Tell me how,
You
Jessica.
get addicted to your job, and then like if you replace like I'm a drug addict, a recovering one, but you could replace that addiction with your job, and then that can interfere with your family life.
Okay. But how can you use motivation to move from this side to this side? Let's say you wake up Monday morning, I do not want to go to work. But how do you get motivated?
Think about, I need to provide for my family, or I enjoy being independent, or I like being able to tithe to my church, or
I wanna build my character.
I can't wait to go and socialize with my friends at work.
And that is all attitude. That is all in how we think about it. Because unfortunately, you have to work. There are not many places that you can use the barter system. Sometimes I wish we could, but there really aren't many places that you can. You have to work. You have to have income. You have to have money to buy the things that you need. But what we want to look at here is how our attitude can help us do all these things. It can help us with our accomplishments that provide us the promotion. It can help provide for our family. And yes, if you get a job that, if you like to travel, Doug was mentioning earlier to me that he likes to travel, so you get a job that allows that, then that's a great thing. Money, we have money on both sides. How is money a curse when it comes to work? Can it ever be that you make too much money?
It depends on how you make it.
That's true. Depends on how you make
Cutting
it.
corners,
That's
so, and cheating, stealing, and
Right?
having bad character,
Right.
stepping on people.
It also can make you get really prideful.
Right.
That's right.
And like Eric's saying, to step on people, so you may be getting promotions and accomplishments, it looks like you're doing real well, but how much are you hurting this area, the relationships? How much are you the bad coworker? So just things as you guys move forward, as you students move forward in looking at a job, these are the things that we're going to talk about a lot, is what makes you stand out from the other people. Because we'll hear from our business panels, for every one position that they have open,